What line of work are you in?
Waste management consultant.
Broken, the boat's coming through.
I'll give you a fucking bone, you prick! Where's my fucking money?
I don't think you can smoke.
Who's gonna complain? Huh? Him?
I don't give a shit what he says.
What happens I decide, not you?
This is overdue.
I'm in the waste management business. Everybody immediately assumes you're mobbed up. It's a stereotype, and it's offensive.
Yo, what is going on, YouTube? This is Josh with American AF Dumps Rentals in Dallas. What's up, everybody? We got a good one today. Y'all. All right. Well, it is Wednesday. It is raining over here. It's storming, and I am back at the house. My podcast room / conference room / front office, and the front office. Everything is flooded. We got a new roof. A lot of you guys know we got a new roof not that long ago, and somehow we still have a flooded office. So that kind of sucks. But like I said, podcast room is completely flooded. We got a lot of rain today. So so we're back home again. So doing it in the game room up here. Wednesday, we've been slammed. This week. A lot of long days, and that's okay. The International went down a little bit today. Just a little small hose, transmission hose, but it is what it is. And what else we got? Little update for everybody. The Dumpster Expo is on. So Dumpster Expo, we have officially secured the location, the venue, and there's my son bringing me a phone cord. Say hi to everybody, bro.
Hi.
Thank you. We've officially secured a venue, the one that we talked about last week. For those of you guys that were here, those of you guys that weren't, well, you're gonna have to watch the video that dropped today. And yeah, that's about it. We're gonna go say what's up to some of the people. We've got some big news here, guys. It's gonna be definitely. I can't use this charger. There we go. It's definitely kind of a little bit of breaking news in the industry. We're going to shake up the dumpster industry a little bit, so I'm looking forward to that. Kind of talked about this day for a little bit, and we're going to announce it here on the channel. So we're going to hopefully get some people live. If you guys don't mind, hit that thumbs up, because I normally don't ask unless somebody else brings it up. Hold on one second. Put this. You're going to see my hand right there all over the camera. How professional is that? All right, there we go. So there we go. We're back. Yeah, so we've got breaking news. Let me go through some of the comments real quick. If you guys don't mind, hit that thumbs up and share this video. Like I said, we've got some people. We want to bring some people on board in the channel. Bring some people to the video. Ryan, local waste. Yo, what is going on, Ryan? I'm going to be seeing Ryan next week. It's less than, what is it? On Monday, we're flying out to Waste Expo in Vegas. So definitely, I know Ryan's going, Dylan's going, Daniel, the dumpster helper, is going, and my daughter, Alexis, is going to be there. So we're going to be out there. Any of you guys are going to be there, definitely hit us up. We're going to probably be doing next week's live stream from Vegas. All of us as a group, just kind of hanging out. It might not be a long one, but it'll be kind of cool just to hang out and see everybody in Vegas, everybody's going. Rhino, what's up, man? Are you underwater as well? I know you guys got probably more storms than we did, at least this morning. What's going on, Rhino? Dylan. Last show before Vegas, yes, sir. We will see you in Vegas, man. Elite, what's up, man? Just paid for my new cans. Yeah, man, I saw a couple. I didn't get to watch the video. I know you sent me a video or two. Congrats on the new cans, bro. Barbaric, what's up, man? Give me 1 second. There we go. Barbaric, what's up, man? How are you, brother? Appreciate you being here. Magnate, what's up, Jack? Magnate has, Magnate did a killer job on the Dumpster Expo website. Make sure you guys check that out. But again, got the new venue, like I was saying earlier, dumpsterexpo.com. Tickets are on sale. and now it's time to really hustle. Now it's time to bring in the vendors, time to bring in some of the sponsors, time to get some ticket sales, time to get some speakers. I got a good line on a speaker today. Blue collar guy who literally sold his business for $23 million. So I'm looking forward to hopefully talking to him and inviting him on as a speaker to the show. Todd Watson, what's up, man? It's been so busy I cannot keep a dumpster. Heck yeah, man. It's awesome. And Tro, what's up, brother? Dude, I got your email and I apologize. I've been meaning to respond back, and every time I try to sit down and respond, something else comes up. Got your email. I appreciate you. And yeah, man, let's do it. I'm looking forward to that, bro. Let's hopefully it pans out. Double E, what's up, brother? What's going on? Cody here from San Antonio. All right. What's up, Jared? Appreciate you being here, brother. When is your next dumpster loads? No clue. Tomorrow. I'll be loading some dumpsters tomorrow. Did we lose Josh? Come on. Are you kidding me? Can you see me? All right. I'm here. You guys give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me okay. All right. I think we're good. I just saw this email from Ryan. Not sure what's up. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our guest. So, I'm going to let her introduce herself. How about that? I'm going to let her introduce herself. So, here we go. Without further ado, let's go. So, we've got a big name here. Hold on 1 second. Let me see here. There we go. What's up, Natasha? How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Happy
Good.
to have you on the channel.
Thank you for having me. I apologize. My voice is a little crackly, but I couldn't miss this opportunity to meet with you. So I will do my best.
Well, it's definitely a first on the channel for sure. I mean, obviously, we've known each other for a little bit. Where are you, first of all? I mean, where are you live from?
So I am live from Villavicencio, Colombia. I work in Colombia.
How cool is that? So,
yeah,
first of all,
incredible.
What time is it over there?
Central, so 7 o'clock Central.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad. Then, all right. What made you go all the way over there?
My husband, his status, excuse me, in the United States, fell in love, moved to a country, had a baby, that
Congratulations.
kind of thing.
Congratulations on all three things.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. That's a huge move, though.
Yeah.
Where did you move from? Where were you living here in the States, though?
So I used to live in Cedar Park, Texas.
Okay. All right. Right. That's right outside of. So you were
Austin.
really close to that, the old offices. So Austin. Yep. Well, it's no wonder if you would have been living like the DFW area or even Houston, maybe you wouldn't have wanted to leave. But Austin, they always say Austin's like the armpit of Texas. I think that's what a lot of people say.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, so I mean, I have here under your name, I have a little what do you call it? A little description. So why don't you, first of all, for people who are watching who don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself and it'll give a little bit of a history of what you do.
Absolutely. So my name is Natasha Childers Urrea. For the past 4 years, I've worked closely with waste haulers across the country while at dumpster rental systems. I've helped them grow and navigate real-world challenges. And now I've officially joined iCans as the sales director. And I'm truly excited to be part of this innovative company. Fast, putting customers first, just completely game changer, I'm really excited. So that's a little bit about me.
Well, I mean, you were, I believe, after Jeremy, Well, Jeremy was my number one sales guy. Love Jeremy. I think the world of him. We're good, definitely good friends. Um, but next to him, you were the one who took care of my account, and I'm sure a lot of other people's accounts. So I'm sure a lot of people know who you are or know of you probably, and
Yep.
you probably helped them along the way grow their businesses.
Yep. The biggest advocate I could be for my customers. Definitely that's one thing about me is I take care of my people. So
Nice. Well, definitely. I think I'm excited for you to join the team. Um, I'm looking
thank you so
forward
much.
to what you bring to the table for sure. Um, Tell us a little bit about. So you've seen a lot of companies start off from zero and go from one or two cans and probably growing into hundreds of cans. I know with some of your accounts probably.
Yes.
Give a lot of the guys that are starting, they're watching this. A lot of them are newer companies. Um, do you have any tips and tricks that you can help them grow their businesses?
Absolutely. First of all, when it comes to software, try to do as minimal admin as you possibly can. That's the great thing about ICANNs is that you're not spending the time on admin. Most of it is already done for you so that you can take care of your customers. And so with ICANNs, you have that customer first experience for yourselves as well as your customers. So right from the very beginning, a lot of folks will be like, I have one or two dumpsters. I don't need anything. Yes, you do, because whether you're at one or two or 10 or 100, you're going to appreciate the fact that you're not having to waste all this time billing after hours or having to do administrative tasks while you're waiting in the landfill and doing all of these different things. You want to make sure that it's solid. You want to be able to take care of your customers and not have to worry about it because you can trust in your software. So the 100%, the biggest thing I would say is make sure you're good to go. Marketing, learn and most importantly, Josh's channel and the ability to, look up something that he's already talked about before. It's incredible. You've got the resources out there. Use them. Talk to the big people in the company that started just where you're at, and make some friends, network, get mentored. But definitely when it comes from a software standpoint, automate as much as possible.
So, what did you do before software? I mean, what did you come from an
Oh,
other IT type of world? I don't even. I'm curious.
yeah, I have a crazy background. So cybersecurity. Before Jeremy brought me on board, I've also worked for Facebook. I've also worked for MCI. I did the Protect America alarm systems. I've also done the legal match for lists for attorneys. So I've kind of done everything, different industries, but always sales or a sales leader in some way, shape, or form. And this is really my experience is going to help me not only as a sales director for me, being heavily involved, but actually growing a team because, that's how big it's going to get. Like it's going to be astronomical, guys. ICANNs is not playing. They are not playing. They're getting into other verticals. It's game changing.
Well, I know Ricardo was just talking about the other day going into Canada. I didn't even know that Canada was like a big market or something like that. I'm kind of curious as to. I mean, do they even have? I mean, if you were to put a number on Canada, I mean, would it be like 10% of what the U.S. would have? 50%? I mean, I wouldn't even know what kind of market would be in Canada. I'm curious about that. What do you think?
I'm kind of learning as I go as well, but what I've understood is that there's not a lot of options for them software wise, automation wise. They have different things they have to do in Canada. So the software needs to meet those needs. Otherwise, it's a out of the box solution and it's not good for anybody. But the one thing about ICANNs is that we're going to Canada and we're probably not stopping there. So
I gotta talk to Ricardo and John because I want to know, like, are we adding tariffs to the Canada subscriptions? I think we really should. Just kind of,
I think we
unless
should.
they become the 51st state or something like that, maybe we should charge a fee. I don't know. Anyways, just kind of not politics, but just kind of funny. But next thing you know, we'll be in China and something and trying to charge extra over there. But cool. So okay, tell me a little bit of what your day to day is gonna be like in the business. I mean, are you gonna be doing the product demos? Are you gonna be like doing the face to face, like demoing the product with the
Yes.
new people? Okay, kind
Yes,
of what Ricardo has
absolutely.
been doing, but you're gonna help him, or is he gonna
Yeah,
be able to step back a little
exactly.
bit and say, okay, I can actually breathe a little bit because I think he's been doing a ton of demos lately.
So what's awesome, and you know Jeremy, basically when I came on board with DRS, my former company, I was able to insulate Jeremy so that he could focus on development. That's the same thing I want to do for Ricardo, because Ricardo's got so many great ideas. He gets feedback as well from ICANN's users, and he needs to have the time, to be able to do that. And since I have experience running demos and being able to show our customers the value, and answer those questions and get their feedback, and not only that, not just run the solution, but also be there for them after. Anyone that's worked with me before knows that I'm reachable and knows that I'm here as their advocate. So I would be taking, pretty much eventually getting him to just focus on the development piece and taking over in general with making sure that customers understand product value.
Super cool. All right. Well, I didn't really want this to be like a full on. I just lost my camera. There we go. I didn't really want this to be like a full on, like I'm the sales pitch for ICANNs. I'm just super excited that that you were on board. I think that's super cool. I think that I think that you just have a ton of value to bring to the company as far as like your the way that you keep in contact with your customers and really kind of care about their needs and stuff like that. Because I remember, you know, there were times I'm like, damn, like I can't get a hold of anybody, or people aren't just kind of listening, and it's like, okay, well, you know what, Alexis, I would tell Alexis, reach out to Natasha and see if she can help out, because maybe she can pull some strings. And sure enough, like Alexis would reach out to you, and then the next day things were done. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who can actually care and take care of the customers and kind of know, hey, you know what, whatever else is going on, put that aside and let's make sure that this customer is taken care of today or as soon as possible. Because if they're not happy, guess what? I mean, I think an unhappy customer, I don't even know what it is, but they say an unhappy customer tells, 20 people that they're unhappy while at the same
Yeah,
time a happy customer only tells a person like two people or something. But
exactly.
so, but you were kind of
Yeah,
a person that would get stuff done.
yeah, absolutely. And it was important, to follow up with Alexis and yourself as well and make sure these things were done. That's the great thing about anybody that's worked with me is that I have follow up. I'm here, I'm listening, and honestly, ICANNs has put me in a better position to be able to do that and then some because my customers are first. I also am able to give feedback as well and be able to go ahead and see it as a priority because it's direct from my customers. So it's putting me in a better position to serve my customers, nationwide, internationally, everything like that. And be in a much better position. So I'm super excited. Definitely, this is an AI driven platform. This is multi vertical, guys. Everything that you've been looking for, it's it. There's nothing out there that has this level of this platform, this amazingness. Sometimes I get speechless because it's a lot, but it's amazing. It really is, and honestly, it puts you guys first. The haulers, because you don't need to be tech savvy with it. It's very user friendly. I'd be happy to walk you through it and show everything, but it's so simple, and that's what it's about. You guys should have a simple solution and do what you do, hustle. Grow
Right.
and scale and get into other verticals, things like that, and have a solution for it.
Well, being, especially again, I think maybe you could tell me out of the percentage of customers that you have dealt with, I mean, I would say probably a majority of them are like owner operators, right? Or maybe 50-50. I
Yes.
mean, I would say a lot of us dumpster guys out there are for the most part owner operators, kind of like in the truck,
Hmm.
answering the phones, you know what I'm saying? Dispatching themselves, just kind of answering the emails, all that stuff, all in one. We all wear, and I mean, yeah, all the softwares have a way to do that. I mean, to where you can do multiple things at once. But not
Yep.
that I know of, the whole AI thing hasn't been released yet. But when it will be, it's going to help us so much more to be able
Yep.
to, have AI or like almost like an AI assistant dispatch our stuff for us, and I don't know, all other kinds of things. Have you do you have more information on that? That I because I honestly I don't even know that much about what is going to be released.
So it's coming soon, but it's basically the AI with routing, or, that route
That's huge.
optimization. Being able to go ahead and know like where the landfills are. I mean, it's amazing. Like it's just one of those things for being able to just automate a lot of the things that you would have to do, kind of manually. So AI, we all know AI is the name of the game. So when you have an AI powered software, it's game changer. It really is. And honestly, guys, like even without the AI as it stands now, it's still an amazing product. It really is. It's so simple. And basically, it's going to get you where you can do your daily task without having to spend a lot of time doing admin. It really is, for the folks that are owners and delegate it to their assistants and everything like that, hundreds of cans, those guys, you're going to appreciate it because your office personnel will be able to do what they need to do and not have to waste time on the things that take up time. This is a time saver. This is and a giving the time back. It's making you money, everything like that. So it's checking all the boxes. And like I said, where it stands right now, it's so phenomenal. But when you're adding AI and everything else that iCans has planned, it's just going to take it next level. Like seriously, take over the world. It's incredible.
It's very rare that something comes out and gets released and like it starts circling in the groups and starts like the Facebook groups start
Yep.
talking and you start seeing a little bit more and a little bit more and it starts snowballing and next thing you know and it's crazy. It's kind of cool to see how ICANNs just came out at the beginning of January, like literally January 1st. I think not. I was the second user. I mean, Ricardo was the first because he's got 600 freaking cans in Florida or whatever, and
Yep.
like so I was a second user and like starting to see like talking about it and just kind of seeing it snowball and now seeing it in the groups and like a lot of people are starting to really like be a cheerleader for ICANNs, just trying to say like, dude, it's so cool, like it's actually working. They like the updates and again, I'm not a salesperson. I mean, that's not my thing. But I just like telling my personal experience and like while I love other softwares or I've loved and they've worked for me to a certain extent. This one so far has kind of really knocked it out of the park for what I need. So I'm
Yes.
excited for the future, and I like to see, like I said, I really like to see all the updates. I really like to see some like that he's listening and that they're actually making changes. I mean, when I told him, "Hey, dude, I need a tax form or I need taxes. I need to be able to have a tax report, I should say, of all the different counties." I mean, he got on it, even though he was kind of like, "Dude, why don't you use QuickBooks?" I'm like, "Because I don't, because my account, because I've got bad experience using QuickBooks with my software in the past, right?" I mean, let's be
Yeah,
honest. I mean, I had a really bad experience using QuickBooks where my account was like, "Dude, do not ever do that to me again." Not my account, my bookkeeper. He's like, "Dude, don't hook up QuickBooks because that made me work for months trying to clean up your old your old accounts because it really screwed it up before previously." Um,
Yep.
so I was like, I can't turn on QuickBooks, man. My bookkeeper will kill me. So they made a good tax report that actually works and actually gives me a lot more information than I even knew I needed. And now I have to pay more freaking taxes, but it's not ICANN's fault. It's just my own because I wasn't doing the proper reports. Um,
Yep.
but anyways, so what else do you have for us? Are you? Well, you're not going to the Waste Expo. Maybe you guys can come out. You, your husband, and your how old is your baby?
1 years old. One
Holy
year old,
moly,
excuse
it's
me.
been a year
1 year
already.
old. Yeah,
My
it has.
goodness.
It's
When
crazy.
did you move over there?
I've been here almost 2 years.
That's crazy. It just literally seems like not that long ago.
Yep.
I was like, she's going where? Why? What the heck?
A
What?
lot of
What?
a lot of people think it's South Carolina. I'm like, no, it's not.
Uh,
It's the
uh,
country.
oh yeah, wrong C. But
Yep.
maybe you guys can come out for the Waste Expo or Dumpster Expo. Goodness, in
Yeah.
November. That'd be kind of cool.
Definitely, absolutely. Definitely.
So
I'm there.
we gotta talk. We gotta talk to the guys and see if yeah, we can definitely would love to have you out. So it'd be kind of cool. Let's go through some comments. You
Absolutely.
guys have any questions for Natasha? Let me know. Um, what were some of the signs? Okay, what were some of the common denominators? Let's not talk about. Let's not say software because we know it's going to be software for the most part. But what were some of the
Mhm.
common and for everybody watching, like Natasha's like, hey, give me some pointers on what we're going to talk about. I was like, yeah, I just like winging it. So we don't ever practice it. I'm just like throwing these questions out there as the conversation goes. So I'm looking to you guys to ask some questions as well in the comments. But because you've dealt with so many companies that small, big and small, what would you say are some of the possible common denominators that the successful guys have had or have used in the past that made them successful? I mean, is it personality? Is it the hustle? Is there what do you call it? A magic pill that they've taken? I mean, what? I mean, is there anything that you've seen that's like, okay, this is kind of common between each one?
My successful guys, customer first, simplicity for their customers, availability as well.
Mm.
Really, they're not turning down business or an opportunity to handle something for a customer. That's what it's all about. And of course, just basically having everything ironed out to where that their customer is able to do what they need to do, or be able to pay their bills and whatever the circumstances are very easily. And getting repeat business as well, that type of thing. Being able to, for our customer, like being able to leave reviews and stuff, but giving that customer an opportunity to be able to leave reviews, because of their experience, all of that. So I would definitely say customer service is the name of the game, the hustle as well. Being in multiple verticals, maybe it's not just one thing that you're doing. Maybe you're doing other stuff as well, junk removal, equipment rental, like, all kinds of stuff. Being able to go ahead and provide maybe different services, because we all know this is a seasonal business too. So, just kind of expanding upon that. But mostly it's available, simplicity and customer service. The list goes on. But the hustlers, those are the ones that are the most successful, because they already know put you first. So,
Man, so when you talk about availability, it's kind of funny, and I love the dude, so I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. But there was a text message today that I got, and remind you, or remember that I said that it was raining cats and dogs today, huge storm, right?
yeah.
Storms all over the place, and there was a text message in one of our groups that he said something like, that's why when it rains, I always tell my guy, or I used to tell, because I guess he's no longer doing that dumpsters that much. He said we used to just pull all the guys in, and we wouldn't work when it was raining. I'm like, dude, I could not. Like, I don't care if it's raining. I mean, as long as the roads are passable, I'm gonna keep on working. If I can, I mean, if I can dump and if I can go deliver a dumpster, I'm doing it. Rain is not gonna stop me, and snow wouldn't stop me. But down here, snow sucks. But I'm used to snow from Wisconsin. Um, that's just. I love the guy. Don't get me wrong, and he's successful. So maybe he was obviously doing things right in other ways. But I was like, "There's no way in hell, just because it rains, I'm not going to be available. If the phone rings at midnight and I can answer it, I'm going to pick it up, because it might be that emergency dumpster that I'm going to charge
Yep.
3x for, and I have in the past, and I'm going to deliver that thing. I don't care what time it is. I'm going to go deliver that thing, because if I can say yes every single time, you never know. One of those yeses can definitely turn into a lot. Like, I literally am having a job right now. Let me tell you, we got a phone call on Friday. And I was at a build expo. We were at a show last week, and I got a phone call on Friday. We were just getting back, and he says, "Hey, I need 3 40-yard dumpsters." And we almost never have 40 yards in the yard. And we literally had 4 that day. So he said he needed 3 40 yards and a concrete dumpster. Daniel went and delivered, for those of you guys that know him on the channel, Daniel Vega. I think he's watching. He went and delivered. We stacked 2 of the dumpsters, and he went, and it was a slow day for us, and it turned into a busy day like that. And I'll tell you what, they've done swaps every day since, on all, and it's a huge roofing job. So I'm talking about
Wow.
16, 17 tons is what we've been doing in those 40s. And if we wouldn't have been available, if I wouldn't have had the cans available, I mean, I would have lost out on a bunch of money, and who knows, future business. So, huge, huge, huge to be available and to say yes as much as you possibly can. And if you can't say yes, find out a way how you can take care of the customer,
Yeah.
and whether you or somebody else. So,
Exactly.
just a little tip.
Exactly. It's just that availability, and putting your customer first. People recognize that, they really do, and it really is a change. In a positive way, to be able to reap the benefits of that, just for being good customer service.
Yep,
It kind of you get that return already by taking that extra step and providing good customer service.
100%. Oh, here's a comment right there. Love the red hair, Bobby
Thank
Flexer.
you. Thank you. I'm on fire, y'all. Legit.
That's right. Yo, Rui Deuce. Rui, I don't even know how to say that. Rui Doso. I always mess up his name, poor guy. What's up, man? Dumpster power, mountain moving. How would you say that? Ruidoso. I don't even know. I heard you with a little Spanish accent when you said your last name.
Urea, yeah, man. I'm trying to. So let me explain to y'all. The Spanish that we're taught in school is not the same thing as moving to a country that speaks way different Spanish, right?
Mm.
So, of course, I'm basically trying to implement that over here, and they're looking at me like, "What the heck is this girl saying?" So I have a survival mode. I've got charades as well, and I've got quickly translate. But I've definitely held my own. But it's an experience for sure. You got culture, you got the language, you've got some crazy stuff that happens if you're in the wrong place, wrong time.
Mm.
But it's an experience nonetheless.
Are
So
there a lot of people that
definitely,
speak English there, or no?
not a lot. Basically, maybe more places like Medellin or Cartagena. I'm in Villavicencio, so I'm on the like 3 hours away from Bogota,
Mm.
and I would say like the bigger cities, most likely. But every now and then, I'll go to the mall and I'll see another American, and go to the spa or something and see an American. But it's fun though. It's it's always something I'm learning, and guys, it's a third world country. Okay. You know how you can pay your bill online? You cannot do that here. You got to go in person. And I am used to the spoiledness of the United States, right? And I want to treat that here the same. And I can't. I'm like, why can't I pay my bill? you know? So it's different. It really is.
Mm.
All the luxuries we get in the United States is not the same in Colombia at all. They're just getting started and they're really behind. So,
Well, is the
but
internet is the internet? I mean, does everybody pretty much have internet though, or is it kind of like internet cafes type of
yeah,
deal?
yeah, no, internet is good and
Okay.
everything. It's just it's more of the luxuries of really being able to do those actions online, pay your bill, pay your rent, all of those different things, versus actually having to be in person or do a transfer or whatever it is. It's those things that we're heavy on in the United States for simplicity and ease for ourselves. It's not the same here, so of course me and then oh my gosh, let's not talk about the police in transit here. Like they're crazy. You got people that will try to hustle you, trying to make money and pull you over, and then you've also got corruption. You got corruption as
Mm.
well. So you just, like I said, you gotta be observant. You gotta understand how it is. But I'm still learning. I keep my mouth shut in certain situations. But yeah, it's fun though. I love it. And my daughter, she's gonna be bilingual, and she's also gonna have her citizenship as well. So she has a choice. Everything like that. So I'm working really hard on getting her citizenship too, as
Interesting.
well. Hmm.
Interesting. How hard is that to just a lot of paperwork, a lot of
Not hard at all,
time?
only
No.
6 months or so, and some plata, as they like to say. So, some
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. I've said my whole
Yeah,
life when you said about Spanish not being the same as you learn in school. Like I took Spanish class in high school because I thought I was gonna get an easy grade. And I
me
literally
too.
got a D in like my junior year. I was like, this, I'm done. I'm dropping out of this class because it's stupid. I'm telling the teacher that's not how you say it. And just because you went to Spain and tried and learned, you're white as hell and you try to learn Spanish, you're not gonna tell me I grew up in a Spanish household. Like I'm no, and then she gave me a D. I'm like, well, yeah, you, whatever,
You.
you know. So yeah,
Yep.
I didn't like that. But Pro Dumpsters,
Yeah.
what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Availability and building relationships are the key, in my opinion. Heck yeah, man. Antrell is a
He's
beast.
right.
So Antrell came to the show last year,
He
and
is.
Antrell has definitely grown his. Do you know Antrell?
Yeah, I know of him.
You know of him? Yeah, so he grew his
Mhm.
business. He's grown his business huge. So really good dude. We've stayed in touch, and I'm lucky to call him a friend. But yeah. So any last words of wisdom? Anything that you want to say? You officially start today, tomorrow. You're ready to go. Anybody wants to reach out to you? How do they get a hold of you? Where do we go from here?
Yep. Ready to go tomorrow. Gonna meet with the team and everything first and make sure I'm prepared. know everything in and out, if that makes sense, because it's new. But it's exciting. Definitely when it comes to the software guys, being able to book multiple dumpsters on site is very important. And I feel like, that right there alone is a game changer. It's a game changer. And I know, Josh, you feel the same way. Being able to do that, and then having the ability to, just do those administrative tasks without having to click and do all of these different things and waste time. You guys don't have time. So lots of incredible features. I'd love to speak with you guys one on one about it. Once Ricardo makes me next level, and then yeah, we're good to go. So
It's crazy the fact that I don't like being punished. Not that I was, I mean, not whatever. I don't like being punished because I'm scaling. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
as I grow, that's one. I just don't want to, paying because I add another driver or a part timer or this and that. That was just crazy. Not again, not just that's an industry standard, right? I mean, I think that's a way for. I kind of get maybe it brings more. I don't know bandwidth out of the system. I don't know what it does. I'm not an IT guy, but whatever. But that is one thing, and again, like you said, just issues. Little issues that us dumpster guys go through every day, and for a software that we rely on to not really that you have to like do workarounds just to get things to work. That was huge to me. That was really hard to kind of get over. I don't like to do workarounds. I kind of want it done the right way and the way it needs to be done. So, anyways, um,
exactly.
and if it's not, well, then I can always call Ricardo, like, "Yo, what the hell, bro? Let's fix this. Let's try to fix something. Let's do something and get it done right. If it's on ICANNs, just to have somebody that can listen."
That's the number one thing. Oh, Rhino, Dylan, you were right. So I'll
Glad I
tell
can
you
go
guys.
back.
I'll tell you guys. Dylan sent me a message, and he's like, "Hey, I don't your experience and everything. Like, what do you think about going over to ICANNs?" And couldn't say anything at that time, but pretty incredible because you were right on the right track, Dylan. So thank you for thinking of me and allowing me to keep this experience on this side too, and take care of my customers. But Dylan was right. So it's
Dylan.
incredible. Dylan's amazing.
Dylan's a
Like
pain in my ass. Let's be honest.
you guys go back and forth all the time. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
I will tell you guys that John and Ricardo have allowed me, empowered me to be able to give the best customer service I can and the best solution I can across the board. That is the most important thing when you're on the front line, is to be empowered positively and with the tools and the resources and the ears as well, as far as being able to get that direct feedback over to the team. So I'll tell you guys, it's incredible to be in that position. Definitely, I feel a weight off my shoulder, if that makes sense.
Well, like I said, I'm super excited. I'm excited to see what the future holds for ICANNs, for this industry, and I mean, just in general for our businesses. I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm a business owner first and foremost. Like that feeds my family. That's how that pays my bills, right? I need something that works for me and my business 100%. And so, yeah, I'm just excited for the future. So, welcome to the team, Natasha. Glad to have
Thank
you.
you.
And
Thank you so much.
and we will revisit probably sometime down the road as far as on the channel is concerned, and maybe we'll see you in November.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
Cool. All right, guys, we
All
are
right.
out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. What else? Anything else, Natasha? No.
Hustle hard.
That's it. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.